Fashion forward, passion, you know it. Attraction, good morning from good daylight. Yeah. Selling Kyle, coming at you with a smile. So come and stay a while. Good times are the only style. Good day, la la la. Good day, la. Good day, la la la. Good day, la. Coming at you with the greatest guests and listeners. Don't worry, got a little bit of his and hers. Just vibing, it's gonna be the mission from morning to night. So buckle up and ride with Michelle and Kyle. Coming at you with a smile. So come and stay a while. Good times are the only style. Good day, la la. Good day, la. Good day, la la. Good day, 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 la. Fashion forward, passion, you know it. Attraction, good morning from good daylight. Yeah. Michelle and Kyle, coming at you with a smile. So come and stay a while. Good times are the only style. Good day, la la la. Good day, la. Good day, la la la. Good day, la. Coming at you with the greatest guests and listeners. Don't worry, got a little bit of his and hers. Just vibing, it's gonna be the passion, you know it. Attraction, good morning from good daylight. Yeah. Michelle and Kyle, coming at you with a smile. So come and stay a while. Good times are the only style. Good day, la la la. Good day, la. Good day, la la la. Good day, la.
turn this beat up, man. Turn it up. Turn it up. Hey. What is that? Do it again. Whoa. Go Shaka Khan.
Fire.
Welcome to Good Day Live. Live in the flesh here at Studio Place in Los Angeles, California. Wear my fishnets because we got a rocker coming in today. So I felt like I gotta live up to our guest. I'm Michelle Murad, if you're just tuning in for the very first time, along with...
Yep, Kyle Trueblood. How we doing?
Today is December 25th. What is going wrong with me?
It's almost Christmas. It's almost Christmas.
I'm getting excited.
She's been waiting for it since September 1st.
I've been waiting for it, yes. Today is the 5th of December. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We got the chat. We can connect with you and see how things are going.
Things are going.
How was your weekend?
How you doing? It was good. I just took more rest.
Nice.
I was like, you know what? I need more rest.
Good.
I don't care about the plans, about the social obligations. I'm staying in.
You're staying in.
And it worked out.
Did it?
Yeah, because once I called, I was supposed to go to something yesterday, and I was like, I just don't feel it. I'm not feeling the juice.
You gotta feel the juice, man.
And I felt guilty for not going, but then I called about an hour after I should have been there, and I was like, hey, how's it going? They were like, oh, don't worry about it. We're doing this. We're doing that.
You didn't miss out.
I didn't miss out.
How did that feel?
Felt great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love not going anywhere.
Right?
But then sometimes I really, really want to go somewhere.
That's when you go.
Well, when you can.
Yeah, when you can. When you should.
When you should. Yeah. When you can, when you should. I was supposed to do a Mission on the Street on Saturday, and I was just like, I can't.
No more.
No more, but not on Saturday.
Yeah,
no. Saturday I just was sleeping. And Sunday I slept more.
So proud of you.
I know it's weird for me. But I feel like it gives me the space to be this on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Thanks.
Gotta rest.
Gotta rest. You gotta rest. You gotta rest.
Friday. What did it? Oh, I saw.
Oh.
I saw Saran.
Saran? Who?
My friend Ani Avetian's husband. He played at the Catalina Bar and Grill.
Wait, did we find out, because I think you told me this. I was like, did I say it was the La La Land bar? Did you know if it was?
Oh, I didn't research that.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure it is.
Is
We're just going to say it is for now.
I want to go there.
It's amazing.
Was it?
It's amazing.
Oh.
You would never even know it's there. It's soundproofed, but it's huge.
That's so cool.
Huge. I mean, 300 people.
And it's jazz music, you said, right?
Jazz music.
I love jazz music.
Technically, it's the electric guitar for an hour and a half. This guy's going. I mean, he's the closest thing to Jimi Hendrix I've ever heard.
That's so impressive.
Yeah, I stand by that.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he's literally just incredible. Yeah.
That's so cool. I gotta say, a shout out to one of my best friends, Venk Patula, had a very big opening weekend for Four Samosas, so big that
it was sold out.
It was sold out. Ryan Reynolds reposted about it. Did I tell you this?
That's right.
Mindy Kaling reposted about it. I am so proud of him, and I can't wait to get him back on the show to talk about his experience. You know what stinks though? I love Venk so much, but he was in London promoting this movie, right?
Yeah.
He got hit by a bike, tore his ACL. This guy's on crutches right now.
You're kidding.
No, 9 months of recovery. I love this man so much.
You're kidding.
I know, I love Venk. I always tell him how much I love him. I was like, Venk, I love you. I'm so proud of you. I said, no one else deserves the kind of success at this point that I know. The way he, because I've known him for what, 5 years now, and like I've seen his journey, and you know, in like us meeting in class and seeing him just like constantly like hitting the pavement. I mean, I probably would say this. Yes.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of you, V Money. We're working on a show together, but when he has time, I'm so proud. I feel like a proud big sister.
I felt very sad I couldn't make it on Friday.
I was sad I couldn't make it. I know. Kyle was gonna go. I was gonna go, and then I was like, V, like I can't. It's sold out, and he was just like, it's okay. You'll be here in spirit. And I ended up watching the movie, and it was delightful.
Really?
It was so good. I watched it twice. Yeah, it was awesome.
It's airing on...
You can get it on Amazon Prime. You can rent it on Spectrum, iTunes, everywhere. Yeah. But it was all around the country, and people are going nuts for this movie. And when he told me about it, I was like, Bank, this is going to be huge.
That's amazing.
September 2021, I remember exactly where we were. Yeah. We were at a bar on 3rd Street. I ordered a spicy margarita.
He had just wrapped the movie?
He was in post. For this movie, and he was telling me all about it, and I was like, Vank, I don't know how to tell you this, but this is going to be a huge movie.
That's awesome.
And he goes, thanks, Michelle. And I was like, no, really, I feel it for you. And he was like, all right, from your mouth. And I was like, no, I feel it for you.
Michelle is a manifestation station.
I'm Manifestation Station in Manifestation Station.
Yeah.
Anyway. I can dig it.
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We want to connect with you and chat with you. Good morning. Hi. Talk about the products. We can talk about products all day. I love to sing. We got a very special guest today who's a guitarist. And if you know the band Korn, Papa Roach. I love Drea. Oh my God. So Drea, did I already say this? Drea, did you know? Like we're gonna do
Mission on the Street?
Mission on the Street together.
That's awesome.
I love Drea so much. Drea, I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you every day and every way.
Are we sure the sound's working then?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Aw, look at this. Did somebody say hee hee?
Oh yeah, the hee hee
That
guy.
was our inside joke. If you're not getting any of these inside jokes, please follow good_day_live on Instagram and good_day_live on TikTok. And make sure to hit that follow button here at Sway TV so you can see what we're up to. This show and many others are going at massive speeds, so we want you along for the ride. Do you think Kyle has been around me for any time?
You know, they want the foot massager really bad. The Cloud Massage Shiatsu.
Does somebody have? Yes, Dre. I love Drea so much. Drea and I were even talking about a show. Okay. Drea and I were talking about a show idea last night.
Yeah.
A spin-off to Charlotte.
Oh.
Would you want to be in it?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. Your character might have to do something.
Like what?
I don't know. I won't make you. You know what's so nice is like having a friend like you is like having a built-in like acting buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Castable.
Yeah, castable. You have the castable look.
Now I do.
No, you always, Kyle. You always did.
That's good.
You were too sweet in my brain when you kissed the dog.
It's okay.
Kyle, love you guys, Drea. We love you so much. You know, I love Drea so much. I sent her a text before I got here. I was like, I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you. Andy and I were talking before you got here, and I was like, listen, I never was like big on the 3 hosts for our show, but I was like, but if it's Drea, like it might be like 2 against 1. I don't want to like you don't want 2 girls ganging up on you.
I've had it before.
Oh, really?
Remember the Trisha Love Vargas when you asked about the everyday?
You know, of course, yeah. I feel like that's my fault. I threw you under the bus, man. It was like, you know what it was? It was because I was in a situation at the time where like I was, not taking responsibility for my own stuff.
You're like, everyday Kai? Let's get into this for about 7 episodes. Let's just figure out what Kai means.
I'm apologizing. I apologize.
I thought it was very fun.
You did?
Very fun.
I don't know. You were like, we can do this every day. And I was like, kind of.
Yeah, it was okay. The funniest part was when Trisha was like, she agreed with you, but her analogy was very serious.
Oh my God,
very,
it was
like-
so serious, Kai. It was
Yeah.
so serious. Drea says she thinks that you can handle it. I think you can handle it.
I can handle it.
I know about your past. I think you can handle a lot
Yeah?
of things. Yeah. It's your colorful past.
My colorful past?
Your colorful past. I don't think I could handle it with two guys.
No?
Nah,
Really?
too much.
Too much.
Too much.
Why? What would we do?
Too much dude energy. I can only deal with like one at a time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why? What's that about?
I don't know. I like too much testosterone.
Okay.
It'll probably throw
okay.
me off.
Okay.
No? No good? No good?
Depends on the guys, you know. Me and like, I think you can handle me and Nick.
Oh yeah,
Nick
you
and
and
I.
Nick for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
You and Nick Nostal any
Yeah.
day.
There we go.
Any day. What are you talking about? The two like cutest guys in LA.
Look at us.
You guys are like, you should have a movie just about like your friendship.
My papa.
This is Don't.
The papa.
You know, I watched the episode with you and Drea, and I was like, this guy is not being real. You were like, you said, you know what copy is? It's like Papa. I was like, no, it's not.
Yeah, same thing.
Papa? You call
Yeah.
everyone Papa?
I call a lot of people papa, but not
It's
like.
a sign of respect?
Yeah.
Papa?
Yeah.
You sound like, I can't even say it.
Yeah, because sometimes, like, you know, like I have a very direct voice. Sometimes, like, let's say I'm at a restaurant
Okay.
and there's a male waiter.
Uh-huh.
And
And you
I would
call
like a
him
napkin
Papa?
from over there. If I just say, hey, can I have that napkin over there?
Or
To
excuse
some people, it just comes across a little too much.
But Papa.
Hey, Papa, can I have that napkin right there? It's just so much better. It relaxes him. It shows him I have a sense of respect for him.
Humor?
Humor as well. I'm
Like,
taking it light.
What if you're just, I don't know, like, who else do you call Papa? Like, Papa?
Again, anyone I need a favor from that I don't know personally.
Oh.
Like, hey, Papa, can you...
So if somebody called you Papa, you'd be like cool with it?
Someone called me Papa.
And it threw you off, didn't
Like
it?
2 weeks ago, and we exchanged numbers.
A soul brother?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
I have no idea what his name was, so I can't even find him in my phone. But he's in my phone somewhere.
You maybe try Papa?
It might be like something dash Papa.
Maybe.
It could be.
Wait, you guys exchanged numbers because he said Papa?
He did.
And you were just like,
I was standing in line for the bathroom, and he said, da-da-da-da-da, Papa. And I was like, what'd you just say? Kind of
you're
arm
just,
around him, and I was like, tell me more. Tell me
You're
tell
like-
me more about you.
you're like, come here.
Come here.
Come here. Come here.
You're in a club you don't even know yet.
The Papa Club.
The Papa Club.
That's another movie there, right
Papa
there.
Club.
Yeah. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If you're just tuning in, I'm Michelle Murad along with Kyle Trueblood.
Yep.
We're talking about all things Papa. What are some nicknames people have called you, not in relationships, but like just like in life that you've either loved or hated?
You know, I've gotten boy a couple times.
Boy.
Wasn't a fan.
I wonder why.
Was not a fan.
Boy.
In
Who's
my
calling
financial
you
job,
boy?
in my
Wait,
financial job,
no.
a lot of those like guys are like twice my age. When they realize that they're like twice my age, they start really leaning in.
Boy?
Yeah, boy. I'm like,
Were they like, yeah, boy?
no, I wish.
It was like,
This boy's about to give you a couple instructions, tell you that.
what was it? It was just like, boy?
Listen, I've been doing this for 30 years, boy. And da-da-da-da. And I'm like, that's fantastic. It doesn't change anything.
I just figured they'd be like, yeah, boy.
Yeah, right?
No,
That'd be
no,
great.
good.
What's a good one? Because like when someone calls you chief, even if they mean it in a good way, it still comes across like, whoa.
Whoa, hold up. Chief?
Guy, another one. Hey there, guy. It's like, you all right?
Ew, what's wrong with guy?
It just comes across a little,
Condescending?
bit.
Really?
How's it going there, guy?
Some
Like-
of the nicknames that you have more?
No, go on. Listen.
I said some of the nicknames that I liked. You scared me because you called me Mish, like when
Yeah.
like early on when I met you, and
Yeah.
I was like, the last time somebody called me Mish, I was in 8th grade.
Mishy.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's so weird. It was like I knew you from like grade school and didn't even know
Well,
it.
we knew each other in the past life. We've already
We
established
must
this.
have. I
Had to.
had to.
Had to.
Cards?
What else? What are the nicknames?
I don't like the nickname Pup. Not a fan.
For a dog?
Nope, for me.
Wait, hold on. Someone called you pup?
Yeah, I was like,
That's not a thing.
This isn't working.
That's not a thing.
It
Was
was
it like
coming
a-
from a loving space. Yeah, but like I was
I'm
just
sure
like
it was.
Pup. Oh wait, I think we kind of had this conversation too before.
Oh.
Princess.
Princess,
I told
knock
you
it
this.
off. Knock it off.
Princess, it's like,
Princess, if you call someone princess, knock it off.
yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, what? He was like, but you are. And I was like,
You're almost like back to condescending.
yeah.
You're like
Yeah.
right before the condescending
Right?
circle.
But he was like,
Yeah.
you are. You're like this gorgeous girl, like, and you're sweet, and you're my princess. And I was like, yeah, don't call me princess.
Nothing says you're a nice guy about to get dumped like calling someone princess. No? Is that just me?
Well, we broke up.
There it is.
Yeah, we did, but not right away. That was one of those where it was like on, off, on, off,
Yeah.
on, off, on, off. for
Clap on, clap off.
for
The
three
clapper.
for 3 years.
For 3 years.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Nah, you know, I was bored. That's what I realized. I was bored.
You were bored. This is in Maryland.
No, this was here.
This was here.
Yeah.
You were bored in LA. That's on you. There's no reason to be bored in LA.
Well, this is, you know, I had just gotten out of a relationship, and it had been like, I don't know, like a year, and, oh, this is where you know never to do this.
Okay.
My friend met this guy, this is Sam. My friend met this guy, and she was just like, I met this guy, he's a really talented director, and he's gonna put me in like one of his movies. I was like, so cool. And she said he made I think I told you this story.
What?
He made a shot list of their date for Universal Studios, and I thought that was so cute. He was
Wait,
like,
Sam dated your friend first? Really?
Not like dated. They went on like a date.
Is that how you met him?
You want to know how I met him?
This is bad.
This is sad.
Oh my gosh.
This is why I probably
The
deserve
Monday
every-
tea. See why you don't bring it up? See why you don't bring up personal stuff? Now it looks like, you know.
I look bad?
No. I mean, we'll hear the rest of the story.
Okay. So I brought my friend Christopher, and she brought Sam to a 4th of July event. And we just like swapped, like
Did she date Christopher?
she dated Christopher.
Okay. Did she?
Yeah.
For how long?
I thought they were gonna get married, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, maybe that was like the reason why I was like, why this happens.
Interesting.
But so no, we were like, I went.
How did that go between Sam and the
Oh,
girl?
so this is where it gets really.
Had to be bad.
This is where it gets complicated. No,
Yeah.
he went on one date with her. It was like one date.
I mean, he had to go at least 2.
Well, the second date was the 4th of July date.
Right. Okay.
And we're sitting across from me. So it was me. So Sam was sitting next to her.
Oh, so he's sitting across from you.
He was sitting across from me.
Yeah.
And Christopher was sitting across from her.
Okay.
So like it was like really like I was talking across to him.
Yeah.
He was talking across to me.
Yeah.
She was talking across to him. They were talking across to each
Yeah,
other, and
yeah.
I was like, oh, this is so weird. I have such a strong connection with this person. Like I had never met this person before, and we're like
Yeah.
talking about like we had so much in common. I was like, this is so cool. And then
How'd your friend feel about that?
she couldn't have been happier. She didn't think that their date was a date.
Really?
Yeah, she was just like, she's like, he's just too much for me. And I was like, I was like, when she told me all about that, I was like, I would love to date a guy like that.
Hilarious.
I didn't know that I was actually going to date the guy.
And you dated him? How long? 3 years?
3 years, on and off. On and off.
That is some Jerry Springer stuff, right?
That's not Jerry Springer
Oh,
stuff.
that's
They didn't,
classic
nothing
Jerry Springer.
happened between the two of them. Nothing happened with her and him. They went
Classic.
on one date. Well, it wasn't even really a date. What? Double eye blink for that? Does that look bad? I don't feel like it looks bad.
No.
I mean, how do people meet people? Like they go out through friends and everything.
Not many date their friends' exes, but
It wasn't an ex, and it wasn't a boyfriend. They went on one date.
okay.
Technically 2 because of the 4th of July, but she didn't go home with him. Guess who she went home with?
She went home with your friend? No way. That night, went home with your friend. Just left him there.
Well, no, like they like came in different cars, and she met up with my friend afterwards.
That night.
Yeah.
Oof.
This is also the friend that invited me to the bikini bar. Are you getting a pattern?
Oh, she's got a huge pattern, this one.
We're not friends anymore.
Yeah, that also. I saw that coming.
I learned that like the reason why all this toxic stuff was coming into my life was because of this person as a friend. I was like, oh wow, I gotta.
Gotta let her go.
Yeah.
Sam, the bikini bar. She's a mess.
I remember telling my mom this whole story, and she was just like, "Well, maybe you're supposed to meet Sam, and maybe this is like," because she said such an optimistic outlook on everything.
Right.
And then actually the reason why my friend and I stopped talking is because she was living with me, right? Like after a while, in my bedroom with an 87-year-old woman in a town. North Hollywood. She got like these bags of dehydrated, what are they called? Green beans from Trader Joe's. I ate both the bags. She freaked out. She's like, Michelle, you ate 2 of the bags. And I was like, girl, you stay in my place for free. For free, mind you.
Maybe like 7 more bags?
Yeah. And I was like, I shouldn't feel bad that I ate 2 of the bags.
No, because you're staying here for free.
Yeah.
Go get some more bags. Matter of fact, go get me 2 more bags as well.
Mind you, the Sam thing didn't happen until after she like moved out, because I thought that was just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was staying there for free.
Yeah, for
Why
months.
weren't you charging her?
I wasn't, because I was only paying $600 a month in rent, and I thought maybe she needed help, and little did I know she didn't need any help, and she just needed a place to crash.
Yeah. Should have charged her.
Live and learn.
I love these crisscross stories of love.
Yeah, really? You got a crisscross story?
Well, we were talking to, I'm not going to delve any names.
Yeah.
This one's juicy about how there was a couple in each house, and then the man and the woman start having an affair. But then when everyone finds out.
Were they married?
Yeah. They both had spouses in the houses.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And they were having an affair.
Wait. Okay.
And then when
know these people?
When everyone found out, everyone broke up. But the 2 that were getting cheated on
got together?
Ended up together.
That's cute.
Huge.
That's so cute.
Awesome.
That is awesome.
I just want to see that happen. I want to see the whole thing go down. I don't want to see the whole thing go down. I just want to see when
That's
the
cute.
2 that were getting cheated on
That's cute.
reveal that they're
That's
dating.
Cute. Yeah.
That'd be great. To see the faces on the other 2. Like, see what karma gets you? See what karma gets you?
Oh, wait.
You're welcome.
You're welcome?
Who's Karma, by the way? Is it a guy or girl?
I think it's a girl.
Why?
It has to be a girl.
Why?
Because Karma's like, you see what you did there? Actually, no, it could be a guy.
Could be a dude.
I think it's a dude from Jersey.
I was gonna say, like, I kind of feel like
Maybe
Karma.
maybe you're Karma.
Like,
maybe you're
he
Karma.
kind of has my attitude about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, see, didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? I told you.
I told you.
You chose to ignore. You make a bet. You sleep in it. Huh?
That's a cute story, though. That sounds like a movie.
That's great.
Yeah.
Maybe we should make a dating movie.
Yes.
Anywho.
No, I feel like it'd be super fun to collaborate with. I was like, I want to, like, here are the people that I want to work with. And I was like, Drea, Kyle, Selena. I feel like maybe everyone from Charlotte. So it's just a spin-off.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I have, like, such a good idea. I have a good idea for a show. I don't want to, like, divulge into it. It's not a talk show. It's a scripted series.
Okay.
And Drea and I were talking about it because last night we were, like, talking about situations, how sometimes we feel like we're of a certain age, but we feel like we're, like, teenagers.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, like not 13 going on 30, but almost like that. Like, but it's like reverse.
Yeah.
It's like 30 going on 13 kind of thing.
Is that just what it is? Is that what life is? When you age, you just feel 19 forever, but your body doesn't agree at a certain point?
I don't think that's the truth.
No?
No, I personally feel like I've always been like a big kid. Always.
Okay.
But like when it comes to certain situations, I can be very like high school.
Yeah?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what?
yeah. I don't know, like, you know, dating stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You feel that way?
About you?
Like
About me?
About you. Like
No, not about me.
No, you don't
About
like you don't go to people and ask for advice or any of that. You don't do
I
that.
do. But oh my God, the funniest thing. I don't even know if I can say half of this stuff on here. Okay, PG-13. So I go to my friend for advice. Maybe
Juicy,
like
this is getting juicy. This
like
is getting juicy.
a month and a half ago, maybe.
Yeah.
And he's like my favorite like single dude because he just gives like. There's something about like single men that give like really rock hard like.
Watch where you're going with this.
No. Like the advice is just like it's hard to take, but it's like he's right. Anyway.
Do you feel like you're like that too?
Not as much as this guy.
Okay, go for
like,
it.
I'll like ask him a question. He's like, you know what? I would make the same bad decision you made.
Oh.
So I can't really.
You made a bad decision.
He was like, I would do that. So, but he's like, here's the right thing to do. He's like, but I wouldn't do that either. I would do what you did. So we're in the same boat, and it's really funny because it's very helpful still.
Yeah, yeah.
In a certain way.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Wait, what was the situation? We can't.
Oh, the situation I can't get into.
Ah, that's where the juice.
That's the juice.
That's the juice.
It's PG-13. I hope you all are
Drea,
having a good day.
late night at Good Day Live. Yes, this is late.
Good Day Live. Exactly.
Drea, like it's so fun because I love Drea so much because I was telling her like a situation a while ago, and she was just like, you know, Michelle, I have no judgment for like what you're going through. Like, but she's like, I will say this, I am here for you, and that to me is the best kind of friend.
What does that mean?
That means that like
when you're there for me.
Did you just yawn? Did you just have an internal yawn
on,
with my
Kyle.
conversation?
Come on, Kyle.
Is that what you
Exclamation points, yeah.
You yawned?
I'm there for you. Like, what is this, like a Celine Dion song? Like, I'm there for you. What does it mean?
Wait, what Celine Dion song is like that?
I don't know. I just picked somebody.
That's the terrible one to pick.
But like, what does it mean?
No,
When
it
someone
means
says,
that like
I'm there for you. Okay.
It means that she's like probably saying you're making a really bad decision.
Yeah.
But I'm here for you no matter what.
Meaning I'll pick up the phone if you want to talk about it.
Yeah, like she's like, I'm not gonna give you. She's like, what I love about Drea. This is like, Drea. She said you did yawn. I love Drea so much.
God, can we let it go? I don't call out the phone every day. Just let me.
Yeah. It's fine. I yawn all the time too when you talk.
Do you?
No, but internals all the time.
It was the there for you.
Yeah. Well, no.
Can't do anything with this.
So it was like a couple months ago. Actually, it was like in August when this happened. And Drea was like, "Here are my thoughts. However, I'm here for you."
What does that mean?
Meaning, like she has no judgment. She's just gonna let it play out. She's like,
let it play out.
She's like, here are my concerns.
Right. Those are the best friends.
But she's become like such a great friend.
Here's how you're an idiot.
No.
Here's what's gonna happen.
No. She didn't
Let
say
it play
that.
out so we both have. This is what my friend say.
Oh.
Let it play out so we have something to talk about in about a week or two. And I want all the juice. Kyle, don't jip me on the juice.
That's
all right.
hilarious.
All right.
That's hilarious. That is so funny.
That's
you know
where my
what's
friends are at,
so fun too is that I feel like I think we have these experiences not just to like learn from them, but also to have really fun time from them.
Yeah. That's
Like,
what they say.
If it's not fun,
life.
then don't do it. Yeah, I know.
life.
Like I don't want. I'm going to say this. I am in the process of becoming a recovering overthinker.
Okay.
Because I don't want to overthink anymore. I just want to live from my heart and like just move forward.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just experience every day for what it is.
Yeah.
Keep moving forward.
Yeah. Because I just
good.
want to have fun. I mean, that was something Dre and I were talking about. Like, if it's not fun, like, don't do it. It's
Don't
like,
do it.
Not fun, then.
But like also like don't ruin the fun by like overthinking it.
Yes, exactly. Just have fun in the process. Take every day as it comes because you don't know if tomorrow's coming.
It's really easy to do that in LA.
For you.
For anyone.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm still more reserved though. Like I want to have fun, but I also know what my fun limits are.
Are we talking sexually?
Talking like, I mean, yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. Well,
Okay.
yeah, right? Yeah.
I meant just not just like in that way, but like LA just gives you like so much to do.
Oh, I know. That's what I love about LA. But I'm also like ready to go somewhere for a while.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to the East Coast, which will be nice, to then be like, I want to go back to LA.
Right?
Do you have that?
Yeah, of course. I leave just to come back.
Yeah, that's a thing.
No, I do.
That's a thing,
It's
right?
like as soon as I get on the plane to leave, I'm like, okay, how many days until I get back here?
Yeah.
But I'm like dying to leave at the same point. Like, I want to see the parents,
Yeah, I want to see my dad.
But like, as soon as they do that thing that they've always been doing since I was a teenager, I'm like, all right, time to go back.
Since the day you were like, I am leaving this family.
I was on the phone with my dad. He said something and I sighed.
How's Ed?
I was like, ah. He's like, I'm sorry. Are you sighing because of what I said? And I was about to say yes, but I was like, why would you say yes? Save yourself 7.5 minutes of strife.
Yeah.
And just say no.
Yeah.
Just lie. I was like, no, I wasn't.
Don't lie.
So what were you sighing at? Oh, I had
You
something.
lied?
Why would I ever be like, yeah, I was sighing at your ridiculous statement.
You were yawning at what I was saying.
I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. What does that mean?
Astrea. She said, I have to come back. What did she say?
She said I leave to come back. Yeah,
Oh, that's
everyone
so
does.
true about LA. It's
Everyone
so
does.
true. Everybody does.
You leave. I love the people that are like they're hating on LA.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, I would hate to be in LA. It's such a crapshoot or whatever. I'm like, where you living? Because I know it's not going to be as good as LA unless you say Miami, which has a fighting chance. You
Smart.
don't.
Smart one for the day.
Start one for the day.
Good for you.
Like Cincinnati, I'm like, yeah, okay.
I will say
No, shout out to Cincinnati, but like,
I will say last night I went to Ralph's at like 8:30, 9 maybe. It was pushing it. And
the crazies start coming out around like 8:45.
I was with Charlotte and I went to go get snacks and pineapple. It's a weird thing. And I come out of the grocery store and I kid you not, I see a dude like just peeing on like a pillar in the parking garage. I was like, oh my God, I'm ready to go home.
Is he homeless?
What? I don't know. I think he could have just been peeing just for the heck of it.
The one thing I do have is that people in LA are not picking up after their dogs.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That's not okay.
I will say that my dog is very, very small, so when that happens, but I don't do it often.
Right,
it's happened a couple times.
But I'm talking like bigger than souls.
Ooh.
And they're just like sitting there,
Oh.
multiple. And I'm like,
For those that don't know who Soul is his four-legged daughter.
thank you. I was like, I almost clenched up on like how you were.
It's your four-legged daughter, your fur baby.
My baby.
Aw. Look, you see the love in that eyes when he says it.
I love her so much. And I hope you guys do at home. There is a debate going on whether we can call our dogs our children.
Drea said the funniest thing yesterday.
And someone else called me crazy.
Who called you crazy?
Oh, the guy that wanted to be a host. The guy who had more energy than Kroonquist.
Can we list all of the people? And we shouldn't do that on air.
No, can't.
No. But levels of
Energy?
how we handled it, because we have a lot of energy.
We do.
So when we're sitting across from someone who is
Has even
bringing
more.
it, yeah, it's like
Yeah, we both were like,
we're just
oh my
like,
God.
oh, okay.
It's like to be in front of me. This is insane.
It was Craig Chimay.
Yes.
Craig Chimay. And you
Yes.
said my last name sounds like Skyme, but he sorry, I just have to laugh.
It does. It's spelled like Skyme.
He's a nice dude.
He is a nice
But I
dude.
told Andy he wants to be on camera for sure. Did he
Is
not?
he not on camera?
No, he
That man
has
needs to
his
be
own.
on camera tomorrow.
No, he used to be. He was a kid superstar. Remember?
That makes sense. It does. He's got that energy. He's got that
He does.
like that he should be on Disney or like Nickelodeon or
He
something.
was, I think. He was on Fox
He
Kids.
could be like the next Blue's Clues guy. He's got that
Greg,
energy. He's just got like
Greg,
that
are you watching, man? Maybe if we say the name more than 3 times, the people will appear in the chat.
He's not Beetlejuice.
I mean, it's a thing.
It could be.
It's not.
It could be.
It's not. Okay.
Greg Chimay.
Greg Chimay.
Greg Chimay.
Not Greg. It's Craig.
Craig Chimay.
Craig Chimay.
That's
yeah.
actually got a good ring to it.
It does.
Craig Chimay.
Okay. No?
Still
no
not
good?
there.
No
Still
good?
not there.
Yeah, still not there. When do you leave to go back east?
The 20th.
Are you excited?
Very.
I'm so excited.
Very excited to leave and come back.
Although I told you the story, for those that are new to this show, my brother is hilarious. Every year, my mom would make us wear matching pajamas for the holiday photo.
Like in your adulthood?
Yes, it was a recent thing.
That's amazing.
It's a recent thing. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And so especially as she was getting more and more sick, she was really squeezing out all the special of what life has to offer. And
Sure.
that's a big learning lesson just in general when you're not sick, just to love life and squeeze it all out.
You gotta squeeze it.
Share your emotions, feel your feelings, all of that great
Gotta
stuff.
milk it. Yep.
You gotta milk
Don't take any
it.
day for granted.
Actually, but will say this. Because my nieces and nephews are mixed, my brother said that you have to get the brown and tan Santa pajamas. And I was like, wait, are they just brown? He's like, no, they're brown/tan. And so when I went to Old Navy, it says brown/tan Santa.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Multicultural Saint Nick, and then you got Saint Negro and Saint what else?
I don't know. It was really weird. I started laughing and I was like, wait, but Santa was white last year. What are you telling the kids? He's like, it's up to the children what they want Santa to be this year. And I was like, you're ridiculous.
This is the guy with the neighbor, right? Where he's like, that baby's a little dark.
Yes, yes.
It's amazing.
And I'm the one who gets flack for it.
That's
I told my brother,
hilarious.
don't ever talk to the family again. No, he said, you got a darkie. I was like, yo, you got to
Oh,
stop.
yeah.
Like, that's not appropriate.
Whew.
Who says that? And my mom was like, yeah, I would just watch the kids around that one.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
Right?
he may say something weird to the kids, which wouldn't be good.
Yeah. But so I haven't got my Tannenbaums.
That's a hilarious though. I
It
feel
is
like
so
this guy's
funny.
like fresh out of like Caddyshack or something. That's great.
I swear, my family is literally like continuous, just content for comedy.
Yeah.
It always has been and it always will, and that's why I feel like so connected to the guy that created Everybody Loves Raymond.
Shout out to Fred and Sheila, by the way.
Oh, my aunt and uncle.
Yeah. They give a lot of content also.
They
Miss
do.
those guys.
The fact that you remember their names is so
I
hilarious.
remember them because they're always bringing the heat. I
they're
love them.
always like checking in.
Yeah, they're always checking in. It's a good
Yeah.
family, good nuclear family.
You know what she said?
What?
I almost don't think I should say it
You
on
got
air.
it. Now you have to.
She
It's
said,
the juice.
she goes, Kyle kind of looks like your dad. And I was like, I'm sorry, what?
You know, that's the second time I've been compared to a white man. But
You
the
look
first
nothing
time
like my dad.
I looked like a white man.
Nothing like, but you also look
You know
nothing
who
like
compared me to a white man? My dad. I was like, what? He was like, I swear to God, he goes, you know, Kai, your acting kind of reminds me of Ben Affleck. I was like, we're gonna unravel that.
My stomach hurts from
Ben
laughing
Affleck.
so much. But
Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck? No. You don't have a big phoenix, do you?
I couldn't picture someone further.
You have like a giant tattoo.
Yeah, like a giant tattoo on my back. I have no tattoos.
Oh, good.
I do want to be Batman.
Because like you do have a lot of like shirtless photos on it. So,
There's only two.
There's only two?
Only two.
I mean, we can Google it and see. I mean,
Maybe only
but-
one.
What?
There might be only one.
The only one?
There's only one shirtless photo.
One shirtless photo?
Yeah.
I mean, when we were Googling you the other day,
That one pops up.
does it just pop up?
I gotta stop doing it.
What is Drea saying? Kyle, I feel you. Same. I don't know what she says. Oh, about like,
Parents?
Parents, maybe.
Probably parents.
I mean, actually told Drea that story, what my aunt said about you. And she was like,
Really?
I'm sorry, your dad's white, right? And I was like, yeah. I was like, he is, but you don't look anything like him.
Yeah, what is
Not
that?
even like a slightest bit.
Yeah.
And when she said that, I was like, huh?
Maybe
That's
it's
weird.
the energy. It's the energy.
Your
Similar
dad
energies.
energy?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. I'm sitting across from my dad. That's
What are you
weird.
gonna do?
Kind of weird.
Kind of saw it coming, you know? It's probably
What?
why we have like a good connection.
It's like
Good
you're like a
chemistry.
older
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like protective person.
I have like 68-year-old energy.
You do though.
Kind of do.
You do.
Yeah.
But sometimes you're like 12.
Yeah.
What is that?
Really fun bouncing between the two.
Really?
30's boring.
Says who?
Like 30's all about, so compact and
No, it's not.
Calculated.
It's how you
12
live
doesn't
it.
care. 68 doesn't care. They
Wait.
just say whatever they want.
Oh, yeah.
What are you, a Cancer? You're emotional.
I
Inside joke, sorry. So we got our guest on.
I can't read it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh here. Sorry. Yes. Here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just like talking a lot. We'll be right back with Jimmy Bluff. I'm so excited. Don't go anywhere.
Nice.
Stay tuned.
So here is our Jackery. Unbox it. You want to get it charged up. You use this fantastic charger over here. This is the output over there. And it has an extra cable like this with the ability to charge it in your car. So that is really cool. So we have it all charged up. It has here, you can press on the display. You can see now that it is not drawing any power, it is not bringing in any power, and it is 99% charged, which is cool. So as you want to use all your separate things, you can turn on the little lights, and it will show you, as you can see there, that now you can draw power out of them, or you can turn them off, just like you would at home. If you want to leave something plugged in, but not having it draw power, there you can turn it off. So let's have some fun and see what our Jackery can fire up. So in the past, we have used the Jackery to light up our lives with Govee. We have charged our cell phones, and we have done a few other things. But, oh, we've even lit up the AeroGarden. How amazing is that we were able to light up the AeroGarden? But today we're going to push the Jackery to the limit, and we are going to take a look at the This Works. What's this? This Works car vacuum. Awesome, very cool. And we could even take a look at Tambi used it. And how amazing is this? Oh my goodness. You can just keep on going and going and going. You can get into every little nook and cranny in your car with all of this. How awesome. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to stick it into our Jackery. Let's do it this way so you guys can see what I'm doing. Turn it on. The little light and the display have gone on because we are about to fire this up. Thank you, Mr. Jackery. There we go. That is cool. So let's see what else we can fire up today. I mean, that is just so cool. You see, powerful vacuum, Jackery fired it up. Let's have a look at some of the other things that we can fire up today. Let's see. Here we go. So let's try the Levoit air purifier. I mean, this is a high power drawing item, I think. I would imagine so. It's not something that you would generally plug into this little power port here. Amazing. If this works, you know how incredible this must be. So not only is the Jackery used when you are camping or exploring the world in your RV or your car, the Jackery can also be your backup power source for a disaster. Disaster preparedness. The Jackery is definitely something that you'd want to have in your home. And like, God forbid there is something and the air is not pure and now you're stuck in your home, you've got no power, you can't put your air purifiers on. If there's a huge amount of dust in the air, or if there's a big
Welcome back to Good Day Live. I'm Michelle Murad, along with...
That's right, Kyle.
And we have the lovely Jimmy Bluff. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for having me. It's such a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you.
Come on, man. Yeah.
So you are a healer. You're also known as the surgeon who doesn't need a knife. I'm going to read a little bit about you because this is what I was told to do because I should do my job. You grew up playing competitive basketball, football, skiing, and snowboarding. You grew up in Pennsylvania. You're familiar with the pain of sports injuries and the toll intense physical activity can have on the human body.
Yeah.
You earn your certifications at the University of Utah, Utah College of Massage Therapy. You love working with people to reach their fitness goals and found to be more gratifying and led you in the direction of pain relief, rehab, and the art of healing. Your technique is a form of holistic healing, which is unique and removes lifelong pain and injuries in a way that no one else can.
Yeah, it's been quite the journey over the last 20 years.
Yeah, sounds like it. How did you get into the healing aspect of it?
Well, my mom had severe scoliosis growing up, and I was always, I think what term they came out with recently, a highly sensitive person. I was told that I was a hyper empath, which means as a child I could just feel people's emotions and feel
That's
people's
me.
pain. Very empathic, right? So
Yeah.
even very, very young, saw ghosts and stuff. So
Really? How old were you?
maybe 4 or 5, then I turned that off and
Yeah.
it didn't happen again. But when I got into my early 20s, I ran into a woman who was a healer and a shaman, and she started telling me all about my childhood, and I'm like, how do you know that?
Yeah, how did she?
And she started explaining to me the way I'm built, and to prove it was almost like a bunch of crap, I went and took a theta healing class for a weekend.
What's a theta healing class?
It's just a specific type of healing
Okay.
with energy work and
Okay.
stuff. And it was all working with God. And I'm like, what? Because when I was young, my Nana passed away, and I kind of blamed God for it, quite honestly, and kicked him out of my life. And, you know, little by little, these healers in my early 20s, I was a previous basketball player, and I got into bodybuilding. And,
Wow.
and I grew up doing hard labor asphalt work with my dad's business, so I was always very hardworking.
Yeah.
And I meant to be a physical therapist, but I kind of fell in love with the massage therapy side of things. And then before I could finish my therapy degree at the University of Utah for physical therapy, I became general manager of a big fitness industry in Utah. And that quickly steered me in a different direction. And, you know, I've always felt people's pain. So when I had the ability to do something about it, and more common, people would leave and come back totally different.
Wow.
And I remember this one client came in, she's like, I don't know about this. And I'm like, I accept your judgment. I accept your judgment. And I said, tell you what, man, I said, ma'am, I said, let me work on you 20 minutes, because her son that referred her had fallen behind enemy lines as a soldier, broke his back, was getting nowhere, went to a month that cost $50,000 for a pain clinic that got him nowhere.
Oh my gosh.
He came in crying. He's like, I don't want to be a drug addict. I'm like, listen, you're not a drug addict. You're just trying to live. Living on pain pills. So I took a couple of sessions, and I released his abdomen, released his low back, and all of a sudden he was pain free.
Wow.
And, you know, I was always very successful in everything I did, but nothing came close to the gratitude I felt when clients would leave, come back, you know, and in this situation with this particular client's mom, she came in and she was terrified. And I said, you know, I understand you're in pain. I accept your judgment, because I was bodybuilding. I was a very big guy. And even though I was more of a preppy in high school, and best dressed and honor roll student. And I worked with her, found out during the treatment she had just lost her partner. And all she wanted to do was walk around the block. She's like, Jimmy, I just want to walk around the street like I used to with my husband. And I'm sitting there like, this is all this woman truly wants? Well, I'm going to do everything I can to serve her. Wow. So she left, and I thought nothing about it. I'm like, I'm never going to see her again. And she messaged me to come back in. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. So then I open the door, and I see this woman, I've been thinking about you. Oh my God. And I like look behind me, and I'm like, are you talking to me? And she had makeup on, her hair done, lipstick, a new outfit, you know, new shoes. It was the same person, but I was like, who are you? Because she was just so angry and so grumpy. And she immediately threw her arms around me. So here I am, this big, you know, scary on the exterior guy. And I remember, this is about 15 years ago, she was in getting on the table, and I was washing my hands, preparing for treatment, and I was just bawling. Aww. And I was sitting there questioning, like, why am I emotional right now? It was gratitude.
Wow, that's
She was simply happy, and more children with cerebral palsy, and kids and teenagers with scoliosis. And a lot of people that I've come across in my life that have had a lot of severe issues ongoing for 10, 20 years. I've been told I just look at the body in a specific manner. I do some channeling and energy work. And finally, I had to trademark what I did, because people would be like, well, what do I ask for when I go, you know, to the physical therapist? Or what do I ask for when I go to the spa? And I'm like, ask for Jimmy Bluff.
That's
You know,
awesome.
so it became very unique. And then as I worked with more and more prominent people who've been to 100 countries around the world, they're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, call her bluff. Surgery without the knife.
I never want to make anything about me, but because you're sitting across from me, I feel like I have to ask you, because I've been having stuff.
Right.
And they all know it, and it's been like freaking me out, and got some blood work back that scared me.
Okay.
And I'm going to a rheumatologist
Great.
tomorrow. But like, I notice when I wake up, I'm like shaking.
Okay.
And
So I would ask, how are you sleeping? If you're not sleeping on your back, right? When we're side sleeping, a lot of times we have an internal rotation of our arm, which when that arm internally rotates, it impinges here.
Really?
It cuts off the stuff going up your neck. It can create a lot of scapular issues, a lot of numbness and tingling. If you're not putting a pillow between your knees and ankles, you can have hip issues. You can have an internal rotation of your leg. that can create sciatic issues. I've had a lot of clients recently whose front ribs were actually fused to the front of their hips.
No.
So try to sit up straight when your abdominals are so tight. Now, energetically, they say that the psoas stores a lot of our emotions. And
The hips.
the hips,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
inner abdominals, you know, in the abdomen region. And, you know, coincidentally, the abdominals and a lot of our hormones are regulated in our stomach. So when we're stressed, we get tight and we shortness of breath. And
Yeah.
it's literally anxiety. So fascia also stores emotions.
Yes, I heard that your issues are stored in your tissues.
It's crazy. And
it's
you
a lot.
wouldn't, you'd be like, no, until you're working on, you would be, you're like, no, that's not true. And then you're working on a power lifter. Like 10 years ago, I remember we were listening to like Metallica or something, and I don't listen to that music now when I heal people, and I'm like crying, and I'm like, why am I crying? And I'm releasing this crazy knot in my client's back. I was getting energetically electrocuted healing one of my clients. And I have a lot of clients who, you know, with healing, my goal is to provide the safest, most comfortable environment for people to feel vulnerable.
Yeah.
Especially as a man, you know, helping to assist another man
Yeah.
who can feel comfortable enough to just,
Just relax.
because everyone stores traumas in their body. Everyone holds on to traumas. And
Yeah.
so, you know, a lot of the sleeping, I find most of what I fix all day long are, you know, rotation, misalignments from sleep patterns. And it drives me nuts that doctors don't talk
So
about
maybe I'm
this.
sleeping wrong because like I do like to curl in a ball when I sleep.
The fetal position, right? It
Yeah,
kind
I
of
like to
turns,
like this.
it's their safe place, and it turns everything
I
off.
like get my blankets and I'm just like whoop.
Totally. The problem is everything internally rotates, and now my abs are tight, everything's tight. So then try to go stand up.
And then I'm like shaking
Well,
or like
yeah, shaking. I mean, that could definitely be something neurological if things are very tight, or if your bedroom is cold as mine in the morning when you get out
I
of
like
bed.
my
you
I
should-
like having a cold room. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah,
So
it's nice to
the
sleep.
initial, I have to scoot into a nice hot shower in the morning. A lot of people do the cold showers. I'm
it's
like, God bless them, you know. But
Although I do want to do the ice plunge. Our mutual friend of ours is like was doing an ice
stretch
plunge.
guys?
I would
No,
highly
Miko.
recommend.
Isabella Miko.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I'd highly recommend an infrared sauna followed by a cold plunge.
Oh, okay.
My wife and I do them weekly.
Amazing.
Yeah, they're a game changer.
Aw, that's so
Because I have to
sweet.
also heal my inflammation. I use my fingertips mostly in my hands to cut fascial tissue. And fascial
Wow.
tissue is 2,000 pounds of tensile strength per square inch. And it has the consistency of steel wool. So a lot of people, just like you said, I'm scared, I got blood work. A lot of people come in, do I have cancer? Do I have a tumor? What's going
why
on?
do we always
And
have
I'm
to
like,
think
you
like
have an
that?"
internally rotated shoulder that's attaching to your trapezius and your, the back of your skull. So a lot of times people like don't even have blood flow. And I have a musician, he messaged me a few weeks ago. He's like, hey, I think my career's over. I got the first concert in the last 2 years and I had to cancel it. I can't get through a full set. And I'm like, you've also been sleeping with different holding patterns for 2 years. I know you moved, and I know you haven't been playing nonstop. And when guitar players play, how are they?
Right.
Internally rotated. So I had to, literally sculpt every single fiber in the hand, the arm, unattach the subscap so he could move his arm and not feel numbness and tingling. Well, how many times do you go to a doctor and the doctor offers you surgery or he offers you something for your pain management?
Yeah.
It's like, but they don't look at the fact that your leg's externally rotated and your arm is pointed in, your trap is elevated.
Right.
That's what kind of drives me crazy in that gap between Eastern and Western medicine.
Right.
And that's something that I've been trying to educate, especially as I move forward in teaching other healers, just the basics and looking at someone's alignment and asking how they sleep and be like, well, that's definitely one cause.
Yeah.
But then, and this is a whole nother topic of discussion, everything we eat more or less has inflammation in it. Carbohydrates, sugars, it inflames our body.
Yeah.
So it's interesting, a lot of people with ongoing migraines, stomach sleeping is the worst because typically if you're laying face down, hear me out, one your head is turned, which creates a
Wow.
shortening on both sides. Again, we're talking about steel wool, and then being unconscious
Oh,
at night.
wow.
Then one arm is elevated, which means my shoulder's in a shortened state. In 20, 30 minutes, my arm's going to be asleep, and all that steel wool is going to harden. So that's fine, but if, I try to put your tight leather coat on, right? Because it's like 3 sizes too small. So all of a sudden, people side sleep and they bring their arm down. I'm like, oh, why does my shoulder hurt? And why does my trap feel like stuck to the back of my head?
Right.
And why is my leg externally rotated? And then I just look at them like, so your stomach sleeper? I'm like, how'd you know? Like, I'm not a genius, we're human.
Right.
But a lot of it's, attributed to that. And, that's aside from traumas and childhood. And when do you feel most safe, right?
Yeah, like that. Oh, interesting. Because, that's so fascinating.
Right? Yeah.
Do you have any knee issues? Do you help people with knee rehabilitation?
Every day.
Every day,
Every
right?
day. It's so interesting because if I do this, right, how comfortable is this?
Right.
Everyone does this. My leg is externally rotated from my hip. My lower leg is rotated in a different position and my foot's rotated differently. And this leg is rotated differently. So that in general will create knee pain.
Really?
Because I have so many clients whose upper legs, their lower leg are facing in a different direction, and then sometimes their foot from driving in LA traffic,
Wow.
is different. And I had a Chevelle Super Sport, it was like 50-year-old car, and it used to elevate and turn my leg in, and after 2 weeks, I was like, why are my thighs hurting? I'm like, oh my gosh, it's my car. And then when we sit, I sold it before the pandemic, unfortunately. But then when we sit in the car, what do?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So everyone needs lumbar support. I tell my clients, try to sit like a king, because otherwise we're in
Like a queen?
literally a position of anxiety.
Oh, weird.
Weird. And then what do? We shut off our heart space to protect ourselves.
That's what I'm doing while I'm sleeping.
So when you're sleeping,
I'm like, queen.
queen bee, heal me.
Queen bee, heal
right?
me. I do listen to like meditations at night, like where it's like theta, like healing for body and
Yes,
like trauma.
incredible.
And I've been listening to that, like I will say, for the past 2 weeks, and it's been helping me.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. It's just consistency.
Yeah.
And I use meditation nonstop myself daily. I have to, because I deal with, more or less transmuting people's energy.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I'll be working on a client's pain and all of a sudden I'll just feel like, and I normally wear a headband, I'll just feel not one or two beads of sweat come out, but all of a sudden it's like someone turns on a faucet. And I was like,
Wow.
was that just? No, but then your client's like, oh, I feel so much better.
And then
you're
you
like,
feel it.
yeah, it's very interesting as I've continued to kind of elevate, over the years. And
Yeah.
it's kind of been a journey I've been on for the last 20 years and some of my own, struggles, but also seeing my clients struggle. And the goal is, how can I serve my clients better? How can I show up and give them everything that
Yeah.
they came for? And in my healing, I do that. It's so emotional, it's so spiritual, it's so physical, but it's also so challenging because I can feel what's going on with my clients.
Interesting.
And it's just a matter of my clients being able to relax enough to be vulnerable,
Yeah.
to let go of something that sometimes they've been holding on to for 20, 30 years of their life.
Yeah.
And, I've been told, by a gentleman in the forest down in Brazil, he's like, he was translating with my wife and he says, you have the same gift I do. You can look in someone's eyes and see everything.
Wow.
And I said, that's a gift, Why
not?
That's
when you understand how to use it. But empathy is not necessarily, growing up, that's a hard thing. I
is
was
a
a
hard thing.
very emotional kid. And then, got into bodybuilding and got very strong and realized, at that point it was a gift because I developed the strength in my fingertips to be able to work on children, to be able to work on
Wow.
hands, fingers. I mean, I've helped women avoid surgeries with
Wow.
augmentations, like feet.
wow.
And what's frustrating when I'll put online, stop side sleeping because it does this, this, and this, and I'll have physical therapy students like, is there a case study that proves that?
I
I'm
always
like, you need a case study?
Try it.
Yeah, just
Just
try
try
it
it.
before you like shut it down.
Yeah.
I have some questions that I have to ask for you. Or ask to you, not for you. So okay, when somebody reaches out to you, how many sessions does it take? I know it's like each person's different. but, like,
Everyone's so different. It depends. Saturday, I had a gentleman come in for a 5-hour overhaul.
wow.
And normally, because I go fiber by fiber, and most of the time I'm literally using my fingertips. It takes about 5-6 hours to get through the entire body with my particular techniques and stuff. Average sessions are 2 hours because
Okay.
most times people want, from the waist up,
Yeah.
or something like that. It depends. I have a gentleman coming in from England next week with the frozen shoulder that no one's.
Amazing.
It's pretty cool. I've had people coming in from other countries for about
That's so
10 years.
cool.
And it's cool. I was leaving my office back when I was visiting New York, I remember, and a guy was 30 minutes late, and I'm like, I guess he's not going to show up. And I was on my way out, and I hear my name, hey, Jimmy. And I'm like, what's going on? He's like, hey, I'm your client. Oh, my God, sorry, I got stuck on the bridge. And I'm like, we're in Long Island, New York. What bridge are you talking
yeah,
about?
what bridge?
He's like, the bridge from Canada.
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh.
what?
Wow.
He's like, yeah, I got stuck for 5 hours. And I was like, wait, I'm trying to wrap my head around. You came from Canada
wow.
for a 2-hour treatment? You
That's
drove?
amazing.
He drove.
He
too,
drove, so he's like, can you help me? I was like, well, we're both here.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
are we going to do? I've had people drive 16 hours. It's crazy.
Wow.
And I got him on the table, and within 15, 20 minutes, he starts moving, and he just starts screaming. He's like, I'm like, is
I
everything
wanna be
okay?
part of
He's
this.
like,
How do I
he's
do-
like, I've gone to every professional in this state and that state and at this university, and I'm a student of physical therapy, and none of my professors. In
Wow.
10 minutes, you figured it out. And I'm like,
awesome.
call
That
your
is
bluff.
awesome.
But I look at it from just a very simple standpoint. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
try not to overcomplicate it.
Yeah.
We're humans.
Right,
So,
of course.
so many people recently have come in and like, oh, I've got this pain, I've got that pain. I'm like, when did this start? He's like, 2 years ago. I'm like,
And then you're like, what happened?
the
2 years
beginning.
ago?
Yeah, the beginning of the
yeah,
pandemic. You know what I mean? Everyone's lives got
Right, right.
upturned. And I gently had to explain to this gentleman because he was also very grumpy and very upset. And I could tell he's feeling horrible. And I had to explain to him, like, stop sleeping with your arms over your head because you're causing your own pain. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. But, and my problem is how many times when they go to the doctor and get a prescription for oxys for a month or
Oh
something.
my God, and that makes everything worse.
Well, they don't, and that's one thing. I'm going to give you this prescription for pain meds, but I'm going to set you up with this person who's going to show you how to,
Stop it.
get yourself straight,
Yeah,
get yourself back in alignment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I work hand in hand with chiropractors and acupuncturists all over the country. Most people truly don't understand how valuable having your fascia worked on is. Because what I do, I literally peel people apart at the connective tissue layer. So it's almost like I'm not trying to massage over the seams, I'm peeling the seams apart. So all of a sudden your arm sits back here. And if your arm isn't here, stuck to your chest,
you can be more
it's back
open.
here.
Yeah.
Look at all the pressure I just took off my neck.
Wow. I just feel like I need to.
You know what I mean? So it's not hard to see people's body language when you're like, that person over there is about to lose it. You know what I mean? And 20 years ago, I used to bounce in the nightclub, so I could tell, like, moments before I could feel the energy shift.
Wow.
But it's interesting because it's not hard to be present and look someone in the eyes and be like, hey, how are you doing?
Right. A lot of football players.
A lot of football players, a lot of bodybuilders, a lot of children. I work with children.
A lot of kids.
I've worked with so many people. It's so beautiful, And the thing about it is, most people truly don't know how beautiful their souls are. You know what I mean? And I was listening to a podcast. A doctor is saying that he used to weigh his clients when they passed, and their soul when they'd pass, each client would lose 6 ounces.
Wow.
Which means their soul,
It's
if you want to look at it, weighs 6 ounces. So we're a spirit in a body.
Yeah.
So sometimes if you can look at it from that perspective, and especially for all the moms watching this and all the people that take care of everyone else in their life,
Yeah.
right? First, we have to take care of ourselves, grab the oxygen from the airplane, and then you take care of everyone else. Because most people that come in take care of everyone else in their life, and then they're last. And they feel horrible. And I'm like, I honor you for coming in today. When's the last time you had self-love for yourself? And they look at me and they're like, well, I worked on a therapist this morning who was from Boston. I'm like, when's the last time you got therapy? He's like looking at me. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing?
So much more than our bodies. I honor you for coming to our show and
Thank
to our
you.
stage.
Thank you.
This is your camera over here. I wish we could spend more time with you. But please tell people how they can get in touch with you, how you can, connect with you and all that great stuff.
JimmyBluff.com. You can go straight to my website, shoot me an email. We can do a consult. You can book online. On JimmyBluff.com, you can actually buy your friend a gift card, and then they can book online with me right now. And I'm on Instagram and Facebook as well as Jimmy Bluff.
Amazing. Thank you, Jimmy Bluff.
So much for coming. Such good stories.
Yes,
Thank
great
you.
stories. We will be right back after this with Wes Geer. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. That was great. That was so
Thank
good.
you.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I feel like
I have a lot of questions
wanna-
about the knees.
So-
no, from my dad.
So here is our Jackery. Unbox it. You want to get it charged up. You use this fantastic charger over here. This is the output over there. And it has an extra cable like this with the ability to charge it in your car. So that is really cool. So we have it all charged up. It has here, you can press on the display. You can see now that it is not drawing any power, it is not bringing in any power, and it is 99% charged, which is cool. So as you want to use all your separate things, you can turn on the little lights, and it will show you, as you can see there, that now you can draw power out of them, or you can turn them off, just like you would at home. If you want to leave something plugged in, but not having it draw power, there you can turn it off. So let's have some fun and see what our Jackery can fire up. So in the past, we have used the Jackery to light up our lives with Govee. We have charged our cell phones, and we have done a few other things. But we've even lit up the AeroGarden. How amazing is that we were able to light up the AeroGarden? But today we're going to push the Jackery to the limit, and we are going to take a look at the This Works. What's this? This Works car vacuum. Awesome, very cool. And we could even take a look at Tambi used it. And how amazing is this? Oh my goodness. You can just keep on going and going and going. You can get into every little nook and cranny in your car with all of this. How awesome. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to stick it into our Jackery. Let's do it this way so you guys can see what I'm doing. Turn it on. The little light and the display have gone on because we are about to fire this up. Thank you, Mr. Jackery. There we go. That is cool. So let's see what else we can fire up today. That is just so cool. You see, powerful vacuum, Jackery fired it up. Let's have a look at some of the other things that we can fire up today. Let's see. Here we go. So let's try the Levoit air purifier. This is a high power drawing item, I think. I would imagine so. It's not something that you would generally plug into this little power port here. Amazing. If this works, you know how incredible this must be. So not only is the Jackery used when you are camping or exploring the world in your RV or your car, the Jackery can also be your backup power source for a disaster. Disaster preparedness. The Jackery is definitely something that you'd want to have in your home. And God forbid there is something and the air is not pure and now you're stuck in your home, you've got no power, you can't put your air purifiers on. If there's a huge amount of dust in the air, or if there's a big Like we are in California, there could be a huge earthquake, will bring up a lot of dust, but you obviously want to still keep your lungs protected. Let's see if the...
Welcome back to Good Day Live. I'm Michelle Murad,
Right, I'm Kyle Trueblood.
along with the lovely Wes Gear. How are you?
I'm very good. Thank you. Kyle Trueblood.
Yeah.
What a cool name.
Isn't that a
Thank you,
cool
appreciate
name?
it.
Yeah.
Guy wanted to change it too.
Yeah, I thought someone put him onto that. No? No one put you onto that?
No.
It's a real last name. I wanted to change it, though.
Yeah,
I like
no.
it. Trueblood. It's
Yeah.
very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe you. We're in
Right,
Hollywood,
right.
by the way, but that's okay. We'll let
That's
that
the
one go.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, no one believes me.
No, I mean, it's a great name. Whatever.
It's a conversation starter at least.
It is a conversation starter. So you're a guitarist.
I'm definitely that.
I'll just stop talking. You've people that like know you from Papa Roach, Korn, Head PE, like
On the interwebs.
you're everywhere. Entrepreneur, and then you have this really cool event, Rock.
Disgusting.
It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both, to be honest. But I think just more about like just knowing, addiction and all of that. Like my heart is very big when it comes to, because what Jimmy said, which is true, we're all just trying to live, right?
We're all just trying to live.
We're all just trying to live
Yeah.
and be happy, and yeah.
Yeah, so addiction is a big part of my story.
Yes.
And I'm a big fan of truth and authenticity. I think we lose so many people because they're afraid to talk about it.
Yeah.
We live in an era where the first rock stars, right, the Beatles and the Stones and all them, we saw people start to OD and like, whoa, drugs are bad, huh? Oh, maybe you shouldn't do that.
Right.
Now we watch with fentanyl and so many kids are dying so quickly.
Yeah.
It doesn't take 60 years to drink themselves to death. And so we have to talk about it more and more.
Absolutely.
And so what we find in recovery in this era is like people's darkest moments are actually the brightest light that attract others to be helped. You know what I mean? Like if I tell my story, they go, okay, I went through that too. Hey, maybe somebody out there is like, I licked weird things off my floor, struggling to fight my addiction or whatever we do, right? Crossing
Yeah.
lines. And so that's why I share it very honestly and openly.
Yeah.
I'm sick of seeing my friends die, frankly. And, I'm a member of a 12-step program. And just the other day, there's this beautiful girl. She comes in. She wears the coolest clothes. And we just found out she shot herself, took her own life. And
No.
everybody's like,
No.
her? What? You wouldn't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
It's a silent killer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so not to be all depressing, people,
No, but it's
no.
important. It's
Yeah.
important.
this is the world we live in.
It is the world we live in,
And
yeah.
so that's what I'm here to talk about. And that's the work that Rock to Recovery does.
Cool. I'm excited.
With fentanyl, it's a whole different world because in the old days, maybe you had to drink for decades to have health effects and die.
Yeah.
Maybe be a junkie, shoot up for a long time before you die. With fentanyl, it's so deadly
Yeah.
that you don't have to be addicted.
Right.
You could just be, you know, a little college student. I'm going
Right.
to, okay, I'll do a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
line of
yeah.
cocaine, and it's laced with fentanyl and you're dead. And so now it's a whole other realm. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we have to test stuff, and so I don't even know what to say about that,
I
to be
know.
honest.
I know. It's
yeah.
a lot. It's a
Yeah.
lot. But again, happy that you're sharing and being open and honest and
Yeah.
authentic, because we are all about good vibes here, but we're also all about being open and honest and authentic.
Yep.
Talk to me about Rock to Recover. You have a
Yeah.
book. I didn't know this.
You know, I forgot too. This is the book. This is Rock to Recovery. That's not me on the cover, because
Who
that
is
would
it
be
on the
just
cover?
too egotistical. That's one of my guys. So Rock to Recovery, I'll explain where it comes from. I went to a rehab, desperate for answers. Fine, I'll go. I didn't want to go.
Right.
We're drawing pictures with crayons. Okay, cool. I can get down with that. We're doing yoga. All the guys are farting. Nobody's taking it seriously. I'm like, hey, I want to learn this yoga stuff. Can you guys stop laughing? But there was no music in there, right? And that stuck with me. But, you know, in the rehab setting, we're inpatient, we're residential. So there was like 22 guys, and you know, everybody's insecure, shame, guilt, self-loathing, anxiety, all these things going on, right?
Yeah.
So you're like, that's my homie. That dude's a weirdo. I ain't talking to that guy. You and me can kick it though, right? It's all like that. I would break out my guitar and play one simple campfire chord, and the room would transform.
Wow.
And I think in that setting, it's even more profound. It's even more palpable.
Yeah.
And so I'd play like doom, big, doom, big, doom, big. I'd play a little country riff, and even the cool guys would start doing a two-step and dancing and being goofy. I was like, damn, that's pretty cool, you know. And that stuck with me. So as a result of getting sober, I by the way, I had a record deal with Jive Records, toured the world for about a decade,
Awesome.
sold 1 million records,
Wow.
killing myself every night. That's what got me in rehab. Thought my music career would be over. But as a result of getting sober, and I got really into meditation, I started doing this Wayne Dyer.
Love Wayne Dyer.
So great. This
So
awe
great.
meditation for manifestation. And because when I would see people play in my soul, I was like, this hurts. I got to play more. Not like an ego way, like I'm not done yet. So I did the, I want to get back in a band. It better not be some shitty punk band, because I'm too old for that. It better be a good band. And within 10 days, I kid you not, the band Korn hit me up out of nowhere. I hadn't talked to them in years. Do you want to come play with us?
Awesome.
Awesome.
The cool thing about that story is, being a newly sober guy, my brain was like, well, you can't play music again. You never do that. That's not for sober people.
Right.
The universe said,
What'd it say?
it said, we got the best gig of your life, you know, ever. And what the guys in Korn were saying is, we want somebody who is sober. We've been down that
Wow.
party road. We need somebody who's got experience and doesn't party anymore.
That's awesome.
That's how I got that gig. When that gig was going away, I was dead, and I clearly feel drawn in my soul to be a musician. How do I help people and make a living? And that was the key, right? Because my whole life it was like, yo, you want to buy my CD, come to a show, buy a black t-shirt. It was always asking for.
Yeah, yeah.
Here was like, how do I present myself in the world in an effort to help people and make a difference? And then I remembered my time in rehab and how there was no music, and I thought, maybe I can bring music into treatment. So I pitched this rough idea for about 8 months, and I had people go, wow, that sounds cool. Okay, cool. You want to hire me? No, sorry. And I did it for 8 months until I got a bite. Fast forward, Rock to Recovery was founded on 12-12-12.
Wow. What does
Yeah.
that mean?
I'm magical, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
good
there-
numbers.
That's
I
what
thought
that
there was,
means.
Like a spiritual, like
Yeah.
angel number behind it. No.
Well, I am a 12-stepper, and
Oh,
I
there
had
you
this
go.
idea. I mean, there's 12 comes
Oh.
up in a lot of spiritual,
Oh,
text
yeah.
and concepts. But I had this idea for bringing music into treatment centers, and 12-12-12 came, and I called my business manager, said, yeah, we got to make this happen today. And so I founded the organization. I launched it in early 2013, and now, fast forward, we have about 20 people. Oh, look at that guy. He's all right. He'd look better with blonde hair, I think, though. No, but we now do 600 sessions a month
Wow.
with hundreds of treatment programs.
That's amazing.
Bringing music into treatment programs. And
Incredible.
what we realizes like that recovery, any kind of recovery, whether you're a wounded veteran, mental health, eating disorder, addicted mother,
Yeah.
it's a multi-pronged approach.
Yeah.
And so the more ways we can, the more, hands we could put out in a metaphorical sense to people
Yeah.
to have them something to grasp onto, the better chance of recovery. And we just got funding this year to start working with Friendly House, which is in LA, 71 years, I want to say. They're the oldest treatment center in Los Angeles.
Wow.
And they work with women, mostly indigent women, straight off the street.
Wow.
And the stories there are incredible, like homeless woman
Yeah.
who's now running industry. A
That's
lot of their
amazing.
CEOs have been, or I'm not sure what they call their leaders, but the directors have been, women have gone through the program. So we started working there, and what we hear is the women are like, this is our favorite session of the week. Because music acts like a drug, especially when you're in those difficult times. So what we do is we go in and we connect with them, and we find a topic to speak on that day, which is how music works, right?
Yeah.
What are we singing? What are we feeling? Let's turn it into a song. And we get everybody singing and playing, and we record it.
That's
I
cool.
love that.
Yeah.
I think it's
in
so
in each
cool.
session, we create a song. And so that's why we're so busy doing 600 sessions a month.
That's
So-
amazing.
Thank you very
No,
much.
You're welcome very much. It's so freaking cool. There is,
Yeah.
I've told this story to everyone that's watched our show, and I'm telling this to you now. When I would have a heartbreak in like high school, I would just always want to sing. Like I would like sing in my bathroom, just like sing.
What was your heartbreak go-to song?
It was, my heart is not the first heartbroken. My heart is not the first to cry. You know, I'm hopelessly devoted to you.
That's great.
I was like, hopelessly devoted to you.
Yeah. So now, are you devoted to them after they broke up with you? You're like, I'm not going away, honey. I'll be right here.
I'm guilty of that, but like, no, I think that one was a hard edge.
I love that song.
It's such a good
Yeah.
song. But it's funny because I was having this conversation with one of my best friends who's on our chat, I think, or maybe she went off earlier. I said, it's amazing how like I sing when I'm sad, but I sing when I'm
Yeah.
also in love, or happy.
Yeah.
But there's no in between for me. It's like either
Oh,
really
okay.
sad or like really happy.
Feast or famine.
Yeah.
Well, look at what music does for us. It helps us work out better.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have sexy time, you throw on some music. You want to dance. You're in a church service. The music. I took my mom yesterday to go see Handel's Messiah, and we're hearing hundreds of years old classical music.
So cool.
It plays such a huge role. By the way, TikTok, nothing without music.
This is true.
I mean, all
This is
these reels.
true. There'd be
It's
a lot of weird dances without the music.
it's the soundtrack of our existence.
I like that. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I hear that there's a lot of studies being done still about music. It's helping people
Still.
just overcome neurological issues and stuff, because I think there's something about the connectivity, knowing everyone's listening to the same sounds and the same harmonies kind of connects people and wakes up parts of the brain. I think that's like genius, actually.
It really does. They find that music and smell are the two
Yeah.
greatest things to access memories. And so, why our music program is different and so effective clinically is when we listen to music, which we all would say, yeah, music's magical, it engages half of our brain. But when we play music, right, and you don't have to be Jimi Hendrix or whatever, just playing music at any level actually engages our whole brain.
Wow.
And what it does is it acts like a psych med, right? It releases oxytocin, which is the love molecule. It helps with serotonin, dopamine, endorphins,
Oh,
all that stuff.
wow.
So yeah, there's a story I tell in one of my first sessions, which by the way, I wasn't walking in there going, this session's gonna be amazing. I was like, there's a bunch of pissed off junkies in here. They might throw a tambourine at me and go, F you, dude, you're stupid, get out of here. You know?
What happened?
That's the thing.
So we're partway through one of my first groups, and this guy comes in. He's a junkie, right? And he's like, he just comes in late, and he starts going, "Oh, what are you doing in here? I'm a junkie. I'll probably die in the streets shooting dope. I'm gonna die and all this." And he's like, "You're here with guitars. How that gonna help me? How is guitars gonna help me?" And I was like, "Let me talk to you, man. I've been where you're at. I understand. And this is what we're doing. We're writing a song about our life." And that day, the song was about the challenges of shooting dope and wanting to overcome it. So I started. The only instrument I had left was a little pink egg shaker. It looked like an egg, right? So that's why I call this gentleman Mr. Pink. I was like, man, here's the verse, and you shake it like this, and we're gonna stop and go into the chorus. And a few minutes later, we're into the song, and he's like, wait. The verse goes how many times? Okay, he was all
all
stoked
into
on
it.
it. By the end,
Awesome.
and by the way, this is a guy who is dope sick, and most of you probably haven't been dope sick, but it's like COVID times a million. You
Oh my
you
God.
defecate, you pee yourself, you can't eat, you can't sleep, and it's hell. And that's why so many go back to shoot just to get well again. And by the end, he's like, I feel great right now. You coming back next week? And I was like,
Wow.
whoa, you're talking about dying. And
Wow.
in clinical world, we call this measures of wellness, right? So now you have hope for the future. You're looking forward to the future. And then I was
Wow.
like, because I'm not, I don't have letters behind my name. I don't have a bunch of data behind me, but I have these experiences which
Wow.
have been profound.
Just the elephant in the room. I just have to ask. I think we all know somebody struggling with some kind of an addiction.
Yeah.
For you, if you could, not to get too personal, but like, what was that moment for you that you started looking up and just kept going up and just never looked back? Kind of, what was there like something that happened or something you decided on, or?
Yeah. So I had left my first band. I started working with my brother in a desk job, and I was miserable. Like, who am I? And audio gear. This is Wes. Can I help you? I was just like, right? But it was a great job, and he paid me more than I was worth. But I was just like, this is not where I belong. So I went and I got really even into deeper drugs then, because that's right. I didn't know. And so at one point, I finally broke down. I go, bro, I'm on meth, I'm on heroin, I'm coming to work. And so we thought that we could like figure out how to do this on our own. So he's like, just drink and, smoke a little weed and you'll be cool and stay away from the heavy stuff. And that's what I thought I could do. But what would happen is like, would go a week or so and then I'd be like, hey man, I've been hitting the gym every day. I'm gonna have a beer. And I'd be like, oh, maybe I'll have a little Jaeger. And then I'd be like, doesn't that guy's cocaine dealer live across the street? And I'd be off on a run. So, I basically failed every test to try to control it on my own. And then when I went into rehab, I learned about this thing we talk about in Alcoholics Anonymous. I'll just name it, which is it's this allergy, meaning I'm different from other people. When I start putting stuff in me, I want more, more, more. People always say, what was your drug of choice? I say, more. I was the kind of guy, I was like, what was that? What did I just take,
Yeah.
And so that's what happened. By the time I got into rehab and I was open to treatment, I knew that I had tried every imaginable way to control what I was doing. And it was a miserable failure. And it wasn't fun anymore.
Right.
The first days, I'll be honest, the first days I got into meth, it was me and some buddies doing drum machines and playing and painting all night. We're like, this is great, yeah. Let's not ever sleep, yeah.
Right.
And by the end, it was me in the bathroom, lonely and looking like Skeletor.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
Minus a few muscles,
Changes the environment changes. Right.
Yeah. I think with all addiction, there's a period of time it works, right? And so if anybody's listening at home, you might say, well, I never did those drugs. But it's like, what about the college student who's doing Adderall too much?
Right.
Or the mother who has a bunch of kids is like, I need 3 bottles of wine every night. If you had my life with these 9 kids,
9.
whatever.
No. Yeah.
But it works for a while, or I'm a writer, I need my whiskey, whatever. It's like it works for us for a while and then it doesn't,
Yeah.
Alcohol gave me wings and then it took away the sky, It's a saying they
So
say.
poetic,
But,
yeah.
but it's kind of true,
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
You got a guitar here.
Yeah. Well,
Yours-
okay, you want to hear about the guitar?
Yeah.
Do I have to pick it up?
I was hoping that you were gonna play something for us.
I'm not going to do that.
Ah, man. All right.
Unless you're ready to Venmo me some money.
I mean, I know a guy right over there.
I gotta pay the rent. Okay, so the Rock to Recovery thing. Hey,
Oh, careful.
sorry, you just bought that table. Hey, it's like Price is Right. I'll take the coffee table for $1,100. Rock to Recovery. We're having our 10-year anniversary party.
10-year anniversary.
10 years. Thank you
awesome.
very much.
So
Thank you very
cool.
much. Because remember 12-12-12. So on 12-11, because we ain't having a party on a Monday, we're having a big party at the Avalon in Hollywood.
So fun.
Where we have a few great comedians: Gina Yashir, David Nahil, and Dean Del Rey.
Cool.
Handpicked by me. Unless you don't like them, then they picked them. But no,
Okay.
they're great. Duran Duran, John, famous bass player. He's like almost the biggest rock star in the band. Signed this that I'm wearing off with my jacket. Well, there used to be a signature there, I swear.
It's worth more now.
Yeah. You have to pay more for it now because Wes Gear wore it off.
There you go.
So he signed it. This is an amazing Epiphone bass. Actually was used when he played their encore at Wembley Stadium. Wait, what's that? No, he didn't? Okay, no, he didn't do that. But you could tell your friends that when you buy this and help support, we're going to auction this off at the gig.
That's awesome.
That's sick.
Yeah, so come on out. And we have some prints from Shepard Fairey and all sorts of cool auction items. Thanks, John Taylor. I'm going to come over Sunday and to your house and have dinner.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's not true, but maybe you'll hear this and then he'll invite me over.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Awesome jacket, man.
Thank you. I wasn't sure if I liked it or not, but it's too late now because.
I like it a lot. Yeah.
Thank you.
And he's the Fashion Nova. So.
Okay.
Fashion Nova, Fashionista. I don't know.
Fashionista.
Hey, you guys hear that? They're theme musicing musicking
We're
us
gonna
off.
play it off.
Play us off.
Happens every day.
Apparently we talk too much on a talk show.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Thanks for having me.
Over here. Thanks for being here. Plug away everything you want to say for the 11th.
RockToRecovery.org. You can find us online everywhere. Our book's on Amazon.com. Anybody that needs hope in this difficult world, you can grab the book. I'm Wes Gear. You can find me anywhere, and I'll probably answer your DMs while I'm stuck in traffic.
We do not promote using your phone while you're driving.
Oh no, I got a driver outside. I'm rolling deep.
Okay, never mind.
I love it.
Whatever Wes said.
It's not true.
We had like not only just the most amazing day here, healers, musicians, everyone was healing today. So cool. Make sure to check out Rock to Recovery and that book on Amazon. Thank you, Jimmy Bluff. Thank you, Wes Gear. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye, guys. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yes.
Appreciate
Cool.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
I'll put you on the guest list.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
That's sick.
Yeah, I'd love to come.
Yeah.
I'll have.
Fashion forward, passion, you know it. Attraction,